How y'all doing today? Your homeless friend Kai again, and today I'm going to be explaining the hipster movement. People think the hipster movement is about looking cool and having a beard because you're lazy and wearing used clothes because they're cool and hanging out at the hipster bars because they're the happening place. The truth is, the hipster movement is simply poverty, trying to scrape by on a non-living wage and still have an semblance of a life. Hipsters started growing beards because they looked at their budget and they thought, what is something I can cut out, something I can live without to give me just a little bit more money for myself rather than for corporations or rent or the industry. And they started looking at their expenses. The first thing they could cut out, razors. They no longer shaved their beards. Couldn't afford razors. So they started wearing used clothing because they couldn't afford to buy new. They say the millennials and the hipsters are killing the diamond market because they're refusing to buy diamonds for wedding rings. And the truth is, they can't afford them. They'd rather spend the money on a lesser stone and use the money that they would have spent on a diamond to invest in the future or their honeymoon or things that are really important. They did their research. They looked all over to find the cheapest place to drink. The hipster bars were originally just cheap bars. Places like 808 Duval or in Key West or the pub in New York. Places where you could get a shot of whiskey and a beer for $5. They could have a social experience, drink a beer and a shot, or drink the shot right away to feel the alcohol and nurse the beer all night. But they're just trying to have an semblance of a life on what can't even be considered a living wage these days. And for people who criticize them, the baby boomer generation who comes from the wealthiest time in America, they work jobs with a pension, full benefits, 40 hours a week, full time. They didn't have to work 2 and 3 part-time jobs with no benefits and no pension, no 401k. The hipster movement is about finding a way to survive in poverty and still having a life. Those of you who criticize the hipster movement or down the hipster movement, I'm proud of the hipsters. They found a niche. They found some way to live. Coming from the generation of side gigs and entrepreneurial outside businesses and side jobs and just trying to find side hustles. That's what I'm looking for, side hustles. Just find a way to stretch their dollar a little farther and make a few cents more and get by with less. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit like. I answer all my comments, so hit me up in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.